Hi everyone, how are you? My name is Rosemary Massaro. My friends call me Ro, and I am one of your crafting queens. So who's up for the challenge? So this week is the first week we're kicking off, and I'm so glad to be partnering with my friends Jen Chow and Lisa Bauer for this crafting challenge. At the end of this video, you're going to see some links attached. And you get to go watch their projects as well, and then you get to vote. And we will announce the Crafting Queen next week, and we'll be doing it again next Thursday as well, each week at 7 p.m. So glad you're here. So I wanted to share with you what I am creating. Our challenge this week was to use the textured Botanical Texture Suite. And I have added quite a few different items to this project and have created a single page layout. But today we're going to create a coordinating left-hand page. This will be my right-hand page. I usually don't do it that way, but I'm mixing it up this time. So let me share with you the products that we are going to be using to create our single page layout. So first of all, I am using the Arches dies. This is a part of the online exclusives from last month. It's still available. Look at all these dies that you get, the coordinating dies. And as you can see, I used 2 or 3 different sizes on here to create this layout. And I'm also bringing in our Thankful Garden photopolymer stamp set. And believe it or not, these have been stenciled. So I have also incorporated the masks that go with it. They're called the Thankful Garden Decorative Masks. So I needed to add some color, and that's how I brought my color in. And this Thankful Garden die set, obviously you can see these beautiful dies that come with it in the bundle. Or you can just buy the dies, or you can just buy the stamps. It's all a la carte. So I have used this stamp set as well. As you can see here, I have brought in the words friendship. The other page is going to have forever friendship. And then I used the stamp set as well and said you make a difference. So that is another item. Then to create my fun little title here, I have purchased and used the mini alphabet dies. Look how cute these guys are. And I love that they have duplicate letters and many. So you got double A's and double E's and double I's, double S's. So it's not like you're cutting and cutting and cutting and repeating it. You have multiple letters that die with that. And then the Botanical Textures Suite includes this textured notes stamp set and thin cuts. But wait till you see these thin cuts, guys. All of these dies, coordinating rectangular dies, and see how pretty the stitches are on them. So I have used those as well. I'll bring that up a little bit closer. And I'm using some of the stamps as well as an accent piece on my page, where you can see just a little bit there. So here are the arches. Here are the textured notes dies. And you can see how beautiful the nice little accent pieces are. And then last but not least, I have brought in the neutral matte dots that also go with this collection, just to add a little bit more fun to our page. So we are going to get started, and we'll create the other side of this layout. Now, obviously, to keep things moving so that I'm not here for 2 hours and keeping this moving, I'm going to put this to the side over here, and I'm going to bring over my other pieces that I've already pre-cut. So I am going to share with you that I have distressed every single item on this page. except for the photo mats, where the photo mats will go. So as you can see here, oops, just moving these aside, I have with slate, oh no, gray granite is what I have distressed. And I basically just took a dauber and blended all the edges. It just makes the paper pop out. And there as well. One of the things I forgot to share with you is the 2 paper packs that I brought in. This is the paper pack. It's called the Botanical Textures, and I am using all the accent pieces in this paper pack. You get 12 sheets in here. And I've also brought in the woven texture. And I will do my best to highlight all these items that I've used on this video. But again, you get 3 sheets of each pattern on here and 12 sheets of paper in that pack. That is all a part of the Botanical Texture Suite that was just introduced on March 4th, our new online exclusives. So here's one of the sheets I'm using as a background mat. And then look how elegant, stunning the other side is, which you guys can see that I've used on my accent pieces. So the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to create our base page, and we're going to adhere. This is 11 1/4 by 11 1/4. So, I don't know about you guys, but I am not somebody that puts a lot of adhesive down. And when I do my scrapbook pages, I do love to use a dry adhesive versus a liquid adhesive. I'm not sure, it's a personal preference of mine. So we're just going to center that here. And then we're going to take our other piece, and this is 11 by 11. And we're going to adhere this down, but I just put my adhesive randomly and just going to line that up. And how I make sure that it's lined up if I'm not using a measuring mat is I just, for what I can just look from corner to corner and know that it's going to be matched up perfect. All right, so the next thing I want to do is I want to add a little bit of accent. And if you guys can see on here, I just added just a little bit of texture accent on the background here. So that's what we're going to do. It just brings a little bit more depth and dimension. So I'm going to use gray granite. And we're pulling out the Textured Notes stamp set, and I'm going to be using this piece right here. Mount that up to my block, and I am going to literally bring this right to the edge. And let's see here. We'll bring it right down to here. And I think I'll bring it right up here. And I think we should be good. Now we're gonna start mounting our little accent pieces here. And again, as you can see, I have distressed all these accent pieces, and then I've cut my arches out using the Botanical Textured paper and just some white cardstock. On this sheet here, I've noted it with photo mats. Here is a journaling section. On this side, we're going to add as many photos as you want. We're going to leave it as open. You can do more journaling if you like. So my first thing is I'm going to center that. And we're going to just center that. And that mat is going to go like right about there. But I'm not going to mount these down yet because I want to make sure that I have them all lined up. So again, here's that beautiful paper from the Botanical Textured paper. This is boho blue I'm using as an accent piece. I'll make sure I almost put adhesive on the wrong side. So, and quite honestly, I actually put too much adhesive on these for my photos because I haven't put them on and chosen them out yet. I usually just put a little bit of adhesive right in the center so it's easy to pull off. You're gonna want to have the arches die set to be able to fit your photos right inside there. Get that straightened. And then this is from the Woven Texture. How pretty that is. A friend of mine just made a basket. I swear that looks just like that that she crocheted. So we're going to add this accent piece and look how beautiful these flowers are. So this stencil is a 5-layer stencil. And what I love about their stencils, which they refer to, Stampin' Up! Refers to them as masks, is that they are literally layered and they're numbered. If you guys can see right here. So when you're going to stencil, you just lay this down, do your coloring in. Here, you just line this up. Oops. Then you're going to line that up with your second layer, and then you're going to line this up with your third layer. And then the same for the leaves. You have your base of your leaf, and then you have your accent piece for your leaf. So the colors that I've used on here are, I knew I was going to forget, Balmy Blue, Boho Blue, and Midnight Navy. Night of Navy, I think it's called. So, beautiful stamp set, beautiful stencil. So, I'm just going to pop these up. And then that die set also has some accent pieces. The Thankful Garden leaves, and that's what I cut these out of. So, I'm going to add some dimensionals right here. And I'm only going to put the dimensionals right in the center here because I want to be able to tuck these leaves in and underneath. Just going to center that right there. I'm grabbing my silicone mat. We're going to add a little bit of adhesive. And we're going to just tuck that right under there. And this is our garden green paper. And got a couple different colors there. So that's going to go right up there. It's going to go like that. Again, this is the hydrangea. Isn't that beautiful? Hydrangeas are my favorite color, by the way. I mean, favorite flower. All right. Here we go. Just added some adhesive there. Gonna put that one right like there. We're gonna sneak this guy right underneath here. And that's gonna go right there. And then these guys, I just took the arches and I flipped them the other way. And I'm only gonna put a little bit there because that's where my photo's gonna end up going. So in that woven paper, I think this is my favorite. I can see this being a background for a lot of my cards and my scrapbooks. But then there's that nice little wove there as well. Love the textures. And then here is more of the botanical paper. And look at that nice little splattered effect. It's almost got like splatter and a smooshing effect. And like I said, here, what's nice about this is that all these white spots, you can actually add more journaling. You can add your photos to it. You can add some accent pieces to it. All right, so now I'm gonna I can get this guy down. And I always start from one side, and then I'm gonna go to the other side. So that my centerpiece will always be centered evenly between the two. And I want to make sure that I'm bringing this over. Now, usually I have a Versamat or a measuring mat so that I can make sure that they're all lined up. That's looking pretty good. And then we're gonna line that up evenly between those two. Get my little photo mat straight there. Now we'll add up our top ones. Love this paper. I love black and white, so just gonna make sure that's lined up evenly with that. Look at that. How pretty is that paper? Like, I almost don't want to cover it up. Oh, let me do this one first so I know I got it centered. So I hope you guys wrote to me. I definitely should get points for just the fact that I'm using so much different product to bring all of this together. But make sure that you like my video. Please subscribe to my page if you're looking for additional inspiration. And then make sure you check out Lisa and Jen's as well. So now I have used my little alphabet dies that I pointed out, the miniature alphabet. And I'm grabbing some of my liquid glue for these letters, only because they're small. And this is going to spell out Forever Friendship. So I'm going to try to line it up. Actually, we have this new corrugated embossing folder, and I actually did use it on some of these letters, but they're so small it didn't show up. But I think that would be a great way to accent some of your pieces. So it looks like this can come right over here. Just a little. Line it right up in the center there. All right, so we're going to start off with my first letter, and then I go to my last letter, just so that we can keep these lined up. And if, I'm just right off to the side of the camera here, just adding adhesive, liquid glue. I had the most difficult time coming up with my title on here. All right, that's for scrapbooking. I have to tell you, that's probably my biggest challenge. And a lot of times I go right to AI and have it give me ideas. So, again, if you like what you're seeing, please, 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 please like the video. I want to be wearing the crown next week out of our Crafting Queens. So if you guys notice, as I didn't hear, but I go from one to the other so that we could easily line these up and that they're spaced evenly. Although, I have to tell you, they don't always come out even. That is one of the letters that I just got a little bit of a ripple in it. And I ran through the corrugated embossing folder. So many new things that just came out on March 4th. So you definitely want to check that out. The other reason why I like to use liquid glue on my smaller items, especially my titles, is that I can have the ability to move it around if things are not quite spaced evenly. There we go. All right, now we're going to add some of our little gems. So we got these coordinating dots that go with this paper. And as you guys can see on this one, I added 2 right there. So I'm just going to match that up. And, you know, obviously I could add a little bit more. But for me, sometimes less is better. Simpler is better. So here we go. We have both of our pages done and completed. They match up really nicely there. So thank you guys for joining me. I so appreciate it. Please give me a thumbs up, a like on my video. Please make sure you watch Jen's and Lisa's videos and vote for your favorite project, all featuring the botanical texture paper packaging. So thanks guys for joining me again. It's Ro with Craft with Ro. Appreciate you spending the time with me. Ciao.